Good morning on this beautiful Sunday morning, September 12th, 9 o'clock in the morning. I came down Friday night with a load of stuff. The inside of the barn looks like it's a disaster in there. I came down with a load of stuff. My son came Saturday morning, Saturday around noon, hung out with me, and then he just left. A lot of times I'd be on the road by now to head back to the apartment, but I got a project going on inside. I'm waiting for that to finish cooking so I can water bath can it. So here I sit. Didn't get a huge amount done this weekend, but it's a really good weekend. I went up to the shed and got my dry mullein leaves and put them in a jar. So I'm happy about that, and I hung some more mullein plants in the shed to dry. So mullein has really good properties to help your lungs. Do your own research. I cannot quote and do verbatim, but apparently mullein was a helpful medicinal tea for people with TB back in the day. So I'm drinking mullein because in this day and age, any kind of lung health will be helpful. I don't like it by itself, so I drink mullein. This is my iced tea, and I drink mullein and Earl Grey together. Sometimes I put turmeric and pepper in. They say that turmeric has health properties, and the black pepper helps the turmeric operate a little better. I don't know. I just like the taste of it. And so if I like the taste of this combination and it has some health properties or health benefits, yay. So I'm sitting here tired with a to-do list 10 miles long. It's been a really busy couple of weeks. I hope you can hear me over that wind. I don't want to go inside though because it feels so wonderful. At work it's been an amazingly busy, not necessarily in a good way, time at work. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll talk about the work issues later after there's some resolution on some things. So work has been challenging. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to unhoard my apartment. Trying to get things here more like living instead of camping, that kind of stuff. The Jeep, I gave up the Jeep. I'm going to try not to cry about this part. Thor, my Jeep, I didn't publicly name him, but from the day I met him, his name was Thor because he was just so handsome. Thor had 198,900 whatever miles. I'd already had to replace the radiator, the transmission. Thor had issues, don't we all? But then there's probably a wheel bearing going out. There's the continuing suspension. There's always been some mystery. I think from the day he was born, there's always some mystery suspension thing going on. And then started to run really rough, and we think it's the catalytic converter. I have a friend who can fix anything. Could have fixed the catalytic converter. Maybe not to Maryland inspection standards. Maryland likes to charge you a lot of money for inspections and then have you repair all kinds of things. You can't drive junker cars around here very much, or around Maryland. So I decided to trade him in and get a truck. My plan was to save up and buy some old truck that I could use up here at the barn, that could stay up here, have West Virginia tags, could stay up here. And I could use it up here and maybe buy it for cash or close to cash. But Thor was just kind of on his last leg, or going to be more expensive than I was willing to pay. So I traded him in and I got a truck. So I know this is absolutely the wrong angle for the lighting to see the truck, but it's a Chevy Colorado, used, new to me. Even though it's used, it's still Vehicles are so expensive right now. But I really need a truck for up here. Eventually I want an IBC tote so I can go fetch my own water for the cistern. So I had planned on getting a truck, I just hadn't planned this quickly. So, yeah, there sits my new truck payment. I'm happier about the truck than I sound. I just really wanted to work on being debt-free, and I really miss my Jeep. However, I got a lot more stuff loaded into the back of the truck this trip to bring up here. So that was fantastic. Hey, let me take you inside and show you what's going on inside. Let me take you this way. It's such a beautiful day out here today. Beautiful temperature. Nice breeze. This is beautiful. Let me take you inside. So I have tomatoes, so many tomatoes. I have many green tomatoes. So there's a green tomato ketchup recipe I'm trying, and I'm going to can for that. I have these ripe tomatoes that I've cored, and I'm going to put in the freezer because when you take them out of the freezer, the skins come off easy, and then you can, you know, that's how I did the chili base. I think I did a video or pictures of the chili base that I canned. So those are going in the freezer for that purpose when I get enough saved up. These are in the process of ripening. This is the first jalapeno pepper I've ever grown in my life. Yeah, I sound ridiculous. I am excited though. I like stuffed peppers. I can't eat jalapenos much in salsas. My mouth is wimpy, but I love stuffed peppers. So hopefully I can continue to learn how to grow peppers. So I'm getting ready to water bath. I've got my jars out. I got my rings out. I'll warm them up when it's time. Here is my, whoopsie, got my finger right in the way. I should have came in here and stirred it a little while ago, I see. So this is called green tomato ketchup. To me it tastes like a cross between ketchup and mustard or ketchup and barbecue sauce. But I got the recipe from the same people who really like Cowboy candy. And so since I like the Cowboy candy so much, and since I have, I was going to say hundreds of green tomatoes out there. I have so many green tomatoes out there. I thought I would try this project. So it is green tomatoes, onions, vinegar. I think the vinegar is more to help with the canning process. Honey, pepper, salt, Worcestershire sauce, I can't say that, ground dry mustard, and I think I'm forgetting something. Optional pickling spices. I didn't put the pickling spices in this time. I think there was one other ingredient, but now I don't remember what. So there we go. This is going to be, I'm still trying to get it to thicken up. This is going to be a condiment, kind of a mustardy, ketchup-y kind of thing. I like the flavor, but I can't really describe it. So, and then I'll water bath it. So I've got that ready to warm up soon. Let me show you what Cowboy candy is. Okay, Cowboy candy is, and there's also other names for it. Pickled jalapeno or candied jalapeno. I'm not sure if they call it pickled or candied. But it is jalapenos and sugar. And so it's a condiment, or people use it in baking. I've liked it on pork chops, but I'm wimpy. This is way too much for me. That's way too much jalapeno. But then the syrup, it leaves a bunch of syrup when you're making it. And so I canned the syrup separately. And so I love the syrup. I've used the syrup in pasta. I've used the syrup on meats. I just really like it, but it's very spicy. So the same people that I watched make the Cowboy candy make the green tomato ketchup. So, you know, if I like the same thing they like as far as the jalapenos, then maybe I'll like the ketchup, and I'll find a lot of uses for that too. So that's kind of the project I'm working on, and that's the holdup for going home this morning, because I'm waiting for it to thick up. The water bath process won't take long, but the thickening, sorry, that's my range hood fan vent blowing in the wind. So there we go. That's what I'm working on this morning. So the update outside is I still have blueberry plants to plant somewhere. I have to figure out where to put them and get them in the ground. My maple trees are doing great, although I think there may be more red maples than sugar maple. That one, clearly sugar maple. I can finally identify them. This one, probably red maple. I think these two are sugar maple, and I don't know now. Looks like maybe 3 of them. I can't tell till they get a little older. So I may have some red maples mixed in here when I was really after sugar maples, but they're still alive, so that's fantastic. I got them to sprout. They're still alive. I haven't killed them yet. There we go. My veggie bed sprouted really great that first weekend that I planted the seeds, and then just kind of is on pause for the most part. You can barely see. Clearly, I think, not getting enough water when I'm not here. So, carrots, beets, rutabaga, bushing onions, bunching onions. I can't remember what else. 3 different kinds of carrots, so mostly carrots and beets. And then the bush green beans. They're doing okay. I don't know if they have enough time before it gets cold, but my experiment of seeing if things would grow here, sprout here, and if this flimsy deer netting would keep things out of it, that experiment's working okay. It's just a water issue. So, I don't know. There we go. I think I'm going to go so I can putter around and keep getting things organized inside, and hopefully get that green tomato ketchup canned up, and then head back to the apartment because I have a lot to do. Talk to you later.